taking a look here, remember we said that we always want to go ahead and ask ourselves a series of questions of how we're going to solve. So the first question I tell you guys that always ask yourself, can you distribute? So in this problem, is there any distributive property? No. There's no parentheses, there's no distributive property. So we move on to the second question, and third. Can we simplify anything on the left side? Like combining like terms? Nope. Can we combine any like terms on the right side? Yeah. What like terms can we combine on the right side? Nathan? X and negative 5x. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put little boxes around those. I'm glad that he said the negative 5x. You got to make sure that you are keeping that operation with the term. So that means that we are doing x minus 5x. Guys, a lot of people look at this and they go, oh, that's just going to be negative 5x then, because I don't see a number in here. What number is there? A 1. Don't forget that. There is always a value there. If there is a variable, there is a value. If there wasn't a value, then there wouldn't be a variable. So you want to make sure you're aware of that. So we're technically going to be subtracting these, which is going to give us a negative 4x. Okay. That positive 3 is not going to get combined with anything, so it's just going to say a plus 3. Okay, so this is going to be equal to 3 on this side. Okay, from here we can start going ahead and solving by getting rid of, or sorry, not getting rid of, but what inverse operation are we going to perform first? And don't just tell me the operation, but also tell me, like, oh, I'm going to, divide by 7, or I'm going to add 15. Whatever it's going to be to both sides. What is it going to be, Ollie? Good. Subtracting 3 from both sides. We are subtracting 3 from both sides of the equation. So those 3's are going to cancel out and become a value of 0. And then technically these are going to cancel out and become a value of 0. So we get 0 is equal to negative 4x. And guys, it's okay. I had a lot of kids ask yesterday, I think I did something wrong because I'm getting 0. Is 0 a number? Yeah. 0 is a number. 0 is a possible solution. Okay, so please make sure that you are aware 0 is a value. It's okay to have 0. Our last step would be to divide. We are going to divide both sides by negative 4 so that x is all isolated. And then when I divide 0 by negative 4, I'm just going to get 0. 0 divided by any number is 0. And yes, I put a slash through my zeros at the end because I just want to make sure you guys know that it's a 0 and not an O. Okay? Huh? The x in that situation is a unnecessary value there. Yeah. All right. Problem number 4. X plus 3 and minus 3 is equal to negative 6. Distributive property? Nope. Combine like terms? Yeah. What can I combine? Tanner? The 3 and the negative 3. I can combine the 3 and the negative 3, and what is that going to give me? 0. So I could write, oh, it's plus 0 or minus 0. It's perfectly fine if you want to do that. But is it necessary? Do I have to write the 0? No. So in the end, what is my answer? X is equal to negative 6. Yes, sometimes they are going to be that easy. Other times they're not. All right, let's take a look at problem number 5. We have 6 is equal to negative 3 times the quantity of x plus 2. Distributive property? Yeah, we do. We got our distributive property. We're going to do negative 3 times x and negative 3 times 2. Okay, negative 3 times x is going to give us negative 3x. Negative 3 times 2 is going to give us a negative 6. So we now have negative 3x minus 6. And that is equal to 6. All right. Combining like terms? Are there any like terms I can combine? No, not on either side, right? 6 is as simplified as it's going to get. And then negative 3x minus 6 is as simplified as that's going to get. So now we can start doing our inverse operations. What do I do first? I need somebody who, you answer all the time. I'm going to put you in a timeout right now. Daniel.
We'll add 3. I just add.
It's okay. Calm. Breathe. Try again. Try again. No, taking a look. Addition is correct, but can we add a 3 if it's not just a 3? It's not just a 3, it's a 3x, right? Negative 3x. So we're not going to add there. We're looking for just the constant. Which number up there is just the constant? Add 6. There you go. We're going to add 6 to both sides. We're going to add 6 to both sides. That's going to give us a positive 12 is now equal to a negative 3x. Okay, last step. Marissa? Divide by negative 3. That'll give us negative 4 is now equal to x. Or x is equal to negative 4. All right, number 6. Distribute? Yep, we can distribute. Negative 3 times 4x.
Negative 12x.
Good. And then I'm also multiplying negative 3 times negative 8. Good. So negative 3 times negative 8? 24. Positive 24. Make sure you include that positive sign. And that is equal to negative 36. Combine like terms? Nope. Right? If we're looking here, that's as simplified as it gets. That's as simplified as that side gets. So no combining like terms. All right, so let's solve. Christiana. Good. Minus 24 from both sides. Gives us a negative 12x is now equal to a negative 60. Ava? Divide by negative 12. We'll get x is equal to a positive 5. All right. Number 7. Distribute? Yep. We're going to multiply everything by 1/4. Okay, so we're going to do 1/4 times 5x. Okay, so we're really just focusing on multiplying the values, the number values, right? 1/4 times 5 is just going to give us 5/4. So we're going to have 5/4 x. And then we're going to do 1/4 times negative 8. 1/4 times negative 8 is going to give us a negative 2. All right, so we have 8 is equal to 5/4 x minus 2. Combine like terms? Nope. Can't combine any like terms. What's the first inverse then, Jaden? Add 2. We're going to add 2 to both sides. Add 2 to both sides. Those 2's are going to get canceled out. We're going to be left with 10 is now equal to 5/4 times x. Last step. See, this is where I think you guys panic. You see a fraction and you think, I don't know what to do, but it's the same thing no matter what. Mason? Divide by 5/4. 5/4 is being multiplied with x. If it said 5x, you would know to divide by 5. If it said 4x, you would know to divide by 4. It says 5/4 x, so you divide by 5/4. Okay, the fraction shouldn't be any different. You are dividing both sides by 5/4. So that those can simplify out. And then you're going to divide 10 by 5/4. What's x going to equal? 8. All right. So what you guys are going to be doing for today, you have one thing that is due before you leave class. You have another thing that's due by Monday. You could do both of them today, easily. But you are, like always, showing your work. The one thing that's due today is a mystery puzzle. It is loaded into Google Classroom already. It's 12 questions, some of them real simple. Okay? All you're doing is putting the value of x in, and as you get the answer correct, the puzzle will start showing. Once you are done with the puzzle, you must click what? Turn it in. You must click turn it in, and then you're going to go to Wayground. Wayground is one attempt, no redemptions. I need to see what you can and cannot do. One attempt, no redemptions. You're doing the mystery puzzle first before you do the Wayground. Okay, those separate pieces of paper that you just took out, one of those papers is for your mystery puzzle. The other two papers should be for your weight ground. Everybody clear? You're turning in your work, physically turning your work in today. Unless you don't finish your weight ground, then you'll turn the weight ground work in on Monday. Any questions?